Sunderland wide. Back up giving to the Who's. Good hustle from Schultz.
And he gets there because he was on the crease when normally he plays up top.
Schultz had 3 goals in the opener against Colgate, a goal in each of the next 7. Hat-trick in the last game. Hackett has to dodge out of the way. So for Syracuse, it is Jimmy McCool, 7-1 this season. Pulled in the Harvard game, allowed 10 goals, made just 5 saves in 35 minutes. Gary Gate telling us it was really because he was over-energetic playing against some of his guys from back home. That shot, it's good from behind the nets. Johnny Hackett showing off the speed.
And that's why Johnny Hackett's in the starting midfield. His speed, his ability to go both sweep and play from behind, that's a big adjustment to Virginia offense. And that's a huge goal. And that's a huge goal for Virginia, especially since they've had some poor starts in the first quarter, and he just beats his man one-on-one coming up the left pipe.
Johnny Hackett starting the last few games.
Yeah.
Second line midfielders coming out here for the Cavaliers. Jack Walsh, one of them, 27 in white.
Yeah, Virginia can play a little hangman, keeping that defensive midfielder on the field and trying to make the quick sub.
Riley Figueres, one of the best defensemen in the country, against McCabe Millen, 3 points shy of 100 in his career. He's just a sophomore, had 5 points against Utah.
And now we're seeing Charles Balsamo, the transfer from Duke.
And the Cavaliers strike again, right on the doorstep. It is Truett Sunderland.
Well, again, credit the play of Charles Balsamo. You have to respect his quickness. And he was just able to get the attention of the Syracuse defense. And Truett Sunderland, of all the Virginia attackmen, is their best finisher.
So Sunderland with his 24th goal on the season, tied with Ryan Colsey coming into today. Really efficient shooter at 44%. 3 games this season with at least 6 points. John Mullen, one of the best in the country, number 4 in the land, 67% on faceoffs, and it leads to an Owen Hiltz banger.
Well, you talk about 2 players that have such good skills. You know, Johnny Mullen is able to push the ball forward. That is such critical for the defense, obviously having to decide between picking up the faceoff man or sliding. And as I said, you give it to Owen Hiltz from about 12 to 15 yards, the best left-handed shooter in college lacrosse.
He's got it. Virginia will go man up, as we told you a couple of moments ago.
This is your classic do-over court.
Yeah. 2-1 Virginia, 5 minutes in. Schutz, Sunderland.
Look for Jack Walsh. He's the designated shooter from the up top.
Here he is, 27 in white. Colsey to Walsh. Now Schutz. 5 seconds remaining on the man up. Sunderland, and gets it anyway.
Just real nice ball movement and very good patience by Virginia's extra man offense. They got the defense moving. You know, they were able to create a gap, and that's what Truett Sunderland really makes his impression on an offense, is he can find the gaps, and it was just a really nice feed from the wing.
Sunderland very aggressive early in this game. He has a couple. And McCool can begin to clear for the Cuse. Have to get over before the shot clock hits 60. Virginia uses the 10-man ride a lot right now. Nunes is still in the crease, and Syracuse just gives it away because there were no options.
Well, they ran out of time, and again, that's what they were forced to do, is just throw it down the field, and Matthew Nunes turns the ball around quickly.
Pull shot, yes! Ben Ware, his 5th on the season. He is never shy to take him from the perimeter.
Well, that's what Ben Ware really excels as far as his ability to pick the ground ball up, run the field, and he's one of the high-scoring long-stick midfielders in the country.
So Ware with his 15th of his career, the 3rd-team midseason All-American. Really good start for UVA, trying to get their season started.
What if just a game of catch between two players and the ball goes out of bounds. So, if you're Coach Gate, you can tell maybe your team's, a little bit nervous. It's a different environment, and Virginia's just jumped all over them.
And then on the other side, are you sensing more of a rebirth here for UVA as they hit conference play?
Well, certainly in the first, 11 minutes, but they've still got a whole game to play, and it's more just about confidence and for Virginia and just enjoying the game.
Millen, right hand three.
The key there was that McKay Millen was able to get a short stick matchup. That's something he's going to see normally. Maybe the decision was not to slide, but that's a very tough matchup for any short stick to play McKay Millen, particularly above goal line extended.
Well, Millen's DNA. Nuts. Big shot, save, rebound, score.
Great save by McCool. Huge save right on top of the crease.
Thomas Mankey was right near it. He thought he dunked it home, but he did not. 8 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Syracuse hoping for one last opportunity here. Racing right in, crease dive, and it is good.
And that may be the spark that Syracuse needs. The big save by McCool right off the crease. Matches sticks on Mankey and turns the ball over to Syracuse's offense, and that goal at the end of the quarter. Big save early. Earth to Pat Marsh.
Yeah, he got guys like Luke Roa, Billy Dwan, Riley Figueres from the Maryland, D.C. area. And then Canada, too, trying to get that going again. Finn Thompson and Owen Hilt, some of those guys. Shot, score! Right out of the face-off, Syracuse shows off its strength, and it's Mullen. Well, that's more like it.
Yeah. That's the second time. This is the second time that John Mullen has pushed the ball forward, gotten a clean win. First time he passed off to Owen Hills. The second time he takes it himself and gets a big goal for Syracuse. And Corey, you can't understate the importance of that Jimmy McCool save at the end of it.
And Sam English, top line midfielder, drops back onto the field. So Syracuse making some changes, trying to take advantage of this tired unit for UVA.
And Virginia's best short stick midfielder is a co-captain, Noah Chismar, who was an attackman at St. Paul School, and he's been the leader of that short stick group.
An All-American honorable mention in the midseason, according to Inside Lacrosse. Spallina tried to go over the shoulder. English with a snipe.
We talked about, sometimes the goalie can make that first initial save, and then the ball gets on the ground, and the defense can't react quickly enough, and that's exactly what happened there. Hilt's being creative, going over the shoulder. Initial save, ball bounces right on the ground. No way a defense can recover that quickly, and just a good alert play right there. Which you see, trying to bear in, right over the shoulder, easy rebound.
Hiltz and English.
It's always interesting to see, what a team does coming out of a timeout, and we'll see what Virginia does in their 6-on-6.
Jimmy McCool has kept Virginia from separating in this game. He has 8 saves already, allowed the 5. Tight defense against Colsey. That's Rice. Short stick D Mitty doing a nice job.
He did a great job on it. Normally Colsey gets a pole.
Now Riley Figueres, sometimes he gets caught up with Quan's excellent D. Score Virginia. Hackett.
And you see there's a gap. I see a pick inside that just was enough to give Johnny Hackett space maybe poor communication between the inside defenders for Syracuse. Johnny Hackett just steps away, doing such a good job as they did last year on Hilton Splina. I expect the midfielders for Syracuse to be the primary initiators.
Well, one of those midfielders, Michael Leo, a little slow to get up, and he is still experiencing some pain, 7 in orange, but he will continue here. Roa to Leo. Draws the LSM. And Weyer, shot from outside, wide off the stick of Roa, backed up by Syracuse and Anderson.
Yeah, we're not going to say that Splina's not going to take his runs, but the matchup between he and Schroeder is a great one-on-one battle.
Spolina still no points after going scoreless against the Hoos last year. Doesn't matter because Syracuse loves everybody getting involved, and the Cuse within 1.
Well, you've got a little neat backhand flip right there to Hiltz. Just a nice inside finish, and you'd certainly want Owen Hiltz to be your finisher, but Leo is able to again, you just see the inside play right there, little flip or maybe a check, and right to Leo for the score to make it 6-5.
Doug, I thought Gary Gates' comments were very interesting to us this week. He said, there's this misnomer out there that we're playing loose because of all the off-ball movement, the behind-the-back stuff, all that special stuff. But Pat March, the offensive coordinator, Coach Gates saying, keeps us structured, does a great job dissecting the defense, anticipating where teams will slide from. We have patterns to every single offense.
Well, he was very adamant about saying we might be free in sometimes the way we release the ball or the way we move the ball, but it's all part of the plan.
Syracuse has not led today.
And what we're seeing obviously out of Syracuse is their midfielders are taking over the offense.
Second line middies are out there right now. Wyatt Hoddle turns on the engine. Bounce shot. Oh, it fooled Nunes. Cuse with 2 quickies. We're tied up.
Yeah, we talk about the bounce on the grass, and that's exactly what we had. You could see Nunes was trying to track the ball, and the ball just kept going up and right up in the upper half of the goal.
Gary Gate, meanwhile, complaining about a cross-check after the goal occurred.
It's kind of like real estate, location, and that shot certainly wasn't high on the speed gun, but it was effective.
Well, it was McCarthy for Syracuse taking the hit. Hublitz for UVA, the defender.
It could have been close. I think Coach Gates certainly wanted to make it known that he felt that it should have been a goal and a foul.
5th on the season for Hoddle. This is where Syracuse really starts to get going here with their face-off man Mullen, but they couldn't control it.
Well, Johnny Mullen tried to make a flip, and the ball didn't cross the line, so the attacker wasn't able to pick it up.
Thomas Snyder, freshman for the Cuse, on defense, 33.
And so right now with Johnny Mullen, it's some make it take it for Syracuse.
And that's what Lars Tiffany was very worried about today. Here's Sam English, lost his footing momentarily on the grass. Fake, sweeping in, shot. Syracuse steamrolling right now. Michael Leo.
Yeah, Michael Leo with a big left-hand face dodge, and a lot of times that defender will step in on the initial look. That's something you teach at a young player at camp, is that big left to left. It's exactly what he does. Just an excellent move. Totally fools the defender, pulls the stick, goal. So Syracuse all the way back from a 5-1 deficit. Even close to the box corner, but a good clearing team will either throw it at the goal or throw it over the goal.
Well, Syracuse only 2 goals in each of the first 2 quarters today, 3 already, hoping for more.
One thing about the Syracuse shooters, they are not shy. They will let it go from anywhere when their hands are free, and that really puts the defense in a tough spot. You can overextend.
English.
Good save.
Syracuse regains another shot clock reset. Leo waits, examines and feeds. English lost his footing. Double team converges. English stays with it. Snaps it across. Shot. Money. Leo with a laser.
And the decision to double when he fell was actually the wrong decision because it opened up that extra pass, and you get that classic case of the one more, and Syracuse capitalizes to get on the field.
Number 12 recruit, according to Inside Lacrosse, coming in.
So I would think you would see him playing offense next year. And Virginia, like I said, is going back what I consider to be another one of their scoring droughts. 5 in the first quarter, 1 since.
So what's the magic potion for you here for UVA offensively? What do they need to do?
Well, they need to get the ball behind McCool, and it's been tough. He's been outstanding, but again, Virginia has got to be able to win that one-on-one matchup first to get the Syracuse defense moving.
McCabe Millen releases. There you go. It is a 3-point day for Millen. He's taken a lot of shots, 8 of them, but cracks the scoreboard in goals for the second time today. So Virginia responds after giving up a 4-0 scoring run to
violation. You need 2 and sometimes 3, and Virginia fortunate to have Greenspan, and now Metz is the backup.
Well, they saw Greenspan last year when he was at Notre Dame, and he was 6 for 8 against the Hoos in the ACC tournament. Millen behind the net, operating here against Dwan, one of the best defenders you'll find in the country. Oh, nice maneuver near the crease, takes the late contact too.
What a goal by McCabe Millen. And he definitely, like I said, he definitely paid the price. And right there, you go through 3 Syracuse defenders, and you really don't have a way to extend your arms, and so he just goes inside, avoids the crease, takes a little bit of a bump from behind, just kind of a message bump, and 2 straight goals from McCabe Millen.
Top scoring freshman.
And his dad, who I know well, was a great player at Hopkins.
Teaming up with Dave Petramala.
That may be on the top 5 of the greatest games ever, that 89 championship game between Hopkins and Syracuse at College Park.
Gary Gate leading the Orange at that time on the field. McCool racks up another save, and Syracuse has it. Michael Grace.
And McCabe had a good look again, but probably a little bit far out, and an easy bounce shot save for McCool.
Syracuse once again using the long pass. It finds Anderson, who had a crease goal earlier. Now he goes with a howitzer.
Well, you said before, that's why Coach Gayton decided to make a change on that 3rd attack spot, and he's had 2 goals today. And of course, when you complete that long clearing pass, it's wide open field. On their man up. They need to at least get a shot, and if they don't score, I always feel like there's 5 more seconds on an extra man than there actually are in the time, because the players have to get into the box and get their matchup. So the worst that can happen is they don't score, but they keep the possession.
And get those Syracuse defenders tired, which is something Syracuse exposed in Virginia's defense in the second quarter. Sunderland to Schutz, Enderlead, Colsey. Right back to McCabe Milton, top of the box, bounce shot, and it goes in. It squeaks off of McCool and into the net.
Enderlead playing at the top of the shooter spot in the man up. Looked like the initial shot may have hit McCool on the leg, and just literally moved the net enough to tie the game at 9-9. Starts with a feed from McCabe from X over top of the defense. You know, a step-in shooter from about 15 yards is what an extra man.
Duke takes on Louisville at 2 Eastern. Then number 12 Virginia Tech hosts number 16 Stanford, with Cal and Clemson capping the day. Joanna Harden and the Who's, meanwhile, in softball, having an incredible start to their season over at Palmer Park. 9-9 our score here. Just over 3 minutes gone by in the fourth quarter. 5 points today for Millen, 3 goals and 2 assists. It's the second straight game for him with 5 points, hoping to add on. Shot, Colsey, nylon!
You know, and that's kind of the same combination that you see with Selena and Hiltz. They love that over-the-top pass, you know, skip pass from X over top of the defense. And much like Owen Hiltz with the left hand, Ryan Colsey has a big release. And that gets another assist to McKay Millen, and something that the Virginia coaches they've stressed with McKay Millen. You've got to give the ball up. You've got to get it moving. You've got to make both defensive midfield units have been really, really good.
Leo has wear on him. Roa couldn't get off the shot. Chismar, great defense, mid-season All-American.
Yeah, that's why he's a captain and the top defensive midfielder.
Lars Tiffany called his IQ special.
Well, it helps to be, you know, having played offense.
Bounce shot, yes. Syracuse gets it. It's another midfielder, English.
You're not going to hold Sam English down the whole game, and you keep alluding to it. It's the speed of that first step and the decision to go or not go. And that's exactly. And English just sets his man up so well. And the main thing is that English gets to the top of the crease. I mean, his angle to the finish spot is not going behind the goal. He's able to go in, trying to give it up to an offensive player. And another Virginia turnover in the defensive end.
And another great play from Kaczynski. Meanwhile, Lars Tiffany is barking at the official because he thought Owen Hiltz did not establish himself on the field of play.
Well,
we do continue.
He did come out of the box.
2:25 to go. Deadlocked at 10. Syracuse hoping to extend its win streak to 5 and improve to 8-2. Virginia looking to go to 6-4. Hiltz, shot in. Oh, that had flames on it.
And that's what makes Owen Hiltz the best left-handed shooter in the country. It's the release, it's the mechanics, and normally he puts the ball in the upper half. That time he went straight low and went, yeah. It's so. And you can see where the release point is, and Matthew Noon's just not able to get down low enough and fast enough.
And it's a strike.
And you do see that late in games, teams, you know, recognize that the individual matchups are tough, and the zone does force teams to make extra passes and use time. And really good decision by Coach O'Gurna.
So now Nunes leaves the crease, trying to get the ball away from Syracuse. Sam English maintains. Has an open goal if he wants to take it, and it's another shot that hits a post. Rebound shot in for Hiltz. It's his third on the game, and a much-needed one to give Syracuse some insurance.
Yeah, right place, right time. You know, Virginia had to go ahead and double team and press, and of course they're extended almost to the midline to do the double team. Opens up. You know, and that ball could have easily gone back to Virginia on a